Hi everyone. Thank you for joining me for Fun Fold Friday. This week I have a cute baby card because we had a new baby girl in the family, so I was making some cards, and this is a fun pop-up. I'm not sure what I'm calling it, a pop-up card, but it pops up like on the inside of the card. I made several versions, but this is the one we'll be making. And this pops out so that, can you see that? And then there's a little sneak peek onesie in there, and it folds flat for you to send. So that's today's card. If you want the PDF with the, well, it doesn't have the instructions. It has all the measurements, all the products I used, and then it gives you all the measurements on the second page. Just join my email list, and this goes out every Friday, and you'll actually get it before the video posts at 12 o'clock. I send my emails out depending what time zone you're in, between 6 in the morning to 9, I guess. So you'll still get it before the video post, and you'll always get my Workshop Wednesday PDF tutorial, and this one does have a step-by-step instructions, and this was this week's project. So just join my email list, and this month's product of the month, I wanted to go over the product of the month. It's this die, the Eyelet Blooms die. I don't have my glasses on. I should put my glasses on. But when you spend $75, you can get this for $5. The product of the month is always $5. Right now, Stampin' Up! Is offering double points through today. Today's the last day for you to get them. So if you spent $75, you're going to have $150 in reward points, and reward points you can use towards product later. And if you spend that, you're going to get my creative inspiration tutorial that uses the product of the month. So there's 12 projects using the product of the month, so it'll help you out using your project. So another thing I wanted to go over is my Let's Create Craft Club. A lot of you have been asking, what exactly is it? I explained it all when I first started it, but we all need a refresher. So my Let's Create Craft Club is a monthly subscription. Once you subscribe, it's going to be through PayPal, and PayPal will just automatically bill you. So you don't have to remember, oh, I got to get the club kit. I got to get, it'll just automatically, charge you. If you don't want that month's club, I can't stop it. You would have to go into PayPal and then just cancel. And then when you want to, say you don't want this month's kit, so you would stop it. You want next month's kit, you would just restart it again. That's the only kind of downfall, is I can't control once you do it through PayPal. So each month you're going to get at least $20 to $25 in Stampin' Up! Product. You're going to get project packets for 5 projects, usually 4 cards and a 3D. It just depends on the occasion. I might put in a extra 3D and 1 less card, vice versa. So for this, and then it will be shipped to you every month. I ship them out on the 14th. The deadline to register is the 7th, and then I will ship it out within a week, and it comes to your door. Everything's packaged up for you. Let me grab my, here is, of course I'm grabbing one of the wrong ones. This is my April kit, which is already done. This is the extra one that I did. So here's your designer series paper. I try to keep it at 12 by 12 if possible. If I cut it, it would be 6 by 6. You have your little project packet in here. Let me see. So this actually has the project packet, It's got your Stampin' It. This month it came with ribbon and a package of embellishments, plus the designer series paper. Each project is packaged like so with all the pieces. You do need the bundles that I use to create them according to the PDF. So you will get a PDF tutorial along with a video tutorial. I'll do the video to let you know, or to show you how to actually put the projects together. So this month, well, for April, we had a 3D project, which was a box that holds a little jar of jelly. So I included that. And usually you'll get a thank you tag or a thank you little gift. And this month I made a little sanitizer holder that went into this club kit. So it all gets packaged in these nice big Ziploc bags. And I'll email you the tutorial that has the link to the video tutorial. And usually that's how it comes. So let me show you what May's is, because that was April. So May, I'm using this Relaxing Waterside bundle. Love, 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 love this bundle. So anytime you want the bundle, you just let me know and I'll add it to your kit, and I'll pay the shipping and the tax from Stampin' It. So I have not stopped using this bundle since I got it, since I was able to pre-order it. So your projects for this month, for May, is going to be, here's a card here. I mean, just look, this is designer series paper. This designer series paper does all the work for you. Here's like a little beach scene I try to create for Father's Day. Here is another, I just love the chair. And look at the little coffee and the book just to relax. And then here's another one that the designer series paper did all the work. And then this one, I actually had already untied it, is a little gift card holder. So it's going to hold a gift card and then a place for your little note to put your message. And so you will get a half a pack of the designer series paper. I can't remember the name of it. Waterside Retreat or something. I can't remember, but you're going to get a half a pack of the DSP. You're going to get these, a package of these dots are the Moody Palette Glossy Dots. And, oh, here's the trinkets. These cute little trinkets. You'll get a package or container with those. Can I turn them over without not spilling them? It's an anchor. Super cute. So that is the May Let's Create Club. Registration will be down below on YouTube, and I will add it on Facebook. I think that is it. Just, I appreciate you guys joining me. If you're watching me on YouTube, please subscribe to my channel. You will get notified every time I post a video. That way you don't miss out. I've had a lot of requests for that link. And then if you're on my email list, at the very bottom, there's always the links to like my Facebook page, my email, my YouTube, I think Pinterest. You could always just click on those links and it'll take you to my pages. But subscribe, give me some likes, loves, whatever you got to spare. I will appreciate it. All right, so let's get over there and start on this fun fold card. Thanks, everyone. Okay, so let's get started. But before I do, I want to show you the other versions of the card I made. Here's this one. And again, this pops up, so it'll stand like that. So this is one. This is some paper that I had, retired paper. I was trying to use up retired paper. Here's another one, almost the same. And then this one, and this one I didn't stamp inside because I'm thinking of heat embossing my sentiments, but this is just another version, almost the same as this one. This has got the bubble bath background, and this is we're gonna use the Blackberry Bliss. So this is the one we're making today. Uh-oh, my little thing came unglued. I guess I didn't glue it down enough, but this is today's card. So we are using the Cutest onesie. This is so adorable for baby cards. And on my my tutorial here, I have an asterisk next to the products that are on last chance. And this is on last chance. So this is only while supplies last. So you'll see that. The purple shimmer gems we're going to use. These are last chance. The Cutest onesie dies, which is this little pack. I have the ones pulled out. And I think that is it. But those are on last chance. So just so you know, they're only while supplies last. So let's, our card base is going to be 5.5 by 8.5. So let's cut this. And this is Blackberry Bliss. These are not your normal like baby colors, usually pink or blue. But I wanted to use this floral, Florals in Bloom Designer Series paper. It's not on last chance, but once the new catalog comes out, it might go away. It's been hard for me to keep track of what's going away and what's staying, but I wanted to use it. I have a whole bundle of it. So we're gonna score this up 4 1/4 and fold in half. And then our next piece, our pop-up piece, is gonna be 5 1/4. No, wait, I'm getting ahead of myself. Yeah, it is 5 1/4, but by 8 1/4. So 8 1/4, we're just gonna cut off that little 1/4 inch, and then 5 1/4. I think we're cutting another. So make sure. Am I the only one? Like sometimes I'll know it's 5 1/4, but then I'll do 5 1/2 and make sure 8 1/4. So we're good. So on this one, we're gonna score. I'm going to get my Simply score because I want to make sure my score lines are accurate. And I feel like I can do that with my Simply score. Sometimes on my trimmer, I feel like my my cardstock moves. Okay, so on this one, we're going to score the long side, which is the 8 1/4. At 1 5/8, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, 1 5/8. So which is right after the half. Good thing I caught that. See, I was just telling you how I say one thing and do something opposite. We're gonna score at 4 1/8, the 1 notch after the 4, and then 6 5/8, which is the notch after the half. Okay, so those are our score lines. Again, 1 5/8, 4 1/8, and 6 5/8. So before we do anything else, we are gonna die cut our little pop-up, and we're gonna use that cute little onesie. So we're gonna line this up in the center. So pretty much I line up the bottom center, the top center. I'm going to put some tape on this to hold it down so that it doesn't move, and it's still moved. I must have not taped it down very good. Well, you could tell I reuse my tape a lot. And we're just going to die cut. So that is our little pop-up. And now you know you can do this with any shape that you have. I am going to, I think now we're going to cut, I'm going to assemble everything while it's flat. So let's cut our designer series paper. So like I said, we're using this beautiful Florals in Bloom designer series paper. Look at all these. These are perfect for spring cards. You don't even have to, this designer series paper, you just use it on the front of the card and add a sentiment and you're good to go. All right, so we're using these two. So for our inside layers here, oh my gosh, I forgot to give you guys the measurements so that you can take like a screenshot of it. Here are the measurements. So our designer series paper for the inside is, where are we at? My inside layers, 1.5 by 5 1/8. I'm kind of out of the order. So 1.5 by 5 1/8, correct? 5 1/8. 5 1/8. I gotta talk to myself so I don't mess it up. So that is those. We're gonna cut our piece for the front, which is 4 by 5 1/4. And then I got some layers to cut for our, look, I think I already had a measurement for that one. But we're gonna do, let's, garden green is 2 3/4 by 3 3/4. I'm gonna cut the 3 3/4 by 2 3/4. And then our bubble bath is going to be 2.5 by 3.5. Let's go. Oops, 2.5 by 3.5. And just to note, we're going to emboss this, but on my card, I use the striped embossing folder. And when I went to do my products, this is retired now. So I'm substituting the hearts, hearts of love. So we'll emboss that with that, which will be just as cute. So these are going to be these layers. Okay, let me make sure I have everything cut. We have the 4 by 5 1/4, the 2 3/4 by 3 3/4, 2.5 by 3.5. We did our, this is our pop-up layer. We did the inside layers. Okay, these are for the onesies. We'll do those in a bit. We're gonna emboss that bubble bath piece real quick. So, gotta change our sandwich. We're gonna use the #1 plate. Put our little piece of paper inside the hearts of love. And I think the hearts are like perfect for this because we're giving love to that new little one. And then we're going to use plate #4. So you only need those 2 plates because this is a 3D embossing folder. And always put your seam inward. Let me put these other plates back because we're going to do some die cutting on those onesies. And here is this piece. All right, so let's do some gluing around. I got all these pieces. Let's add these inside layers. I mean, look how pretty even the back side of this is. But I was trying to match our cardstocks. So we're going to put this one right here. And we're going to burnish these score lines. I just wanted to do these now before we put it on the inside. Have you guys seen this card before? I made it like years ago. And I was still having issues with my measurements, trying to figure it out. We'll let that one dry. Let's get our card base, burnish that score line. We're gonna add our 5 1/4 by 4 piece. This is, I can't say it enough how pretty this designer series paper, and I'm shocked that I have a big old bundle of it. But it's going to inspire me now that I'm using it to go make some more cards. Did this glue already dry? And then now we're going to put our embossed piece onto our green layer, or garden green, I should say. And see, aren't those hearts so cute? And then I see I have a little snag here, and so I'm just gonna snip it. It's still there. Hold on. There. And so this piece we're gonna glue on to the front of our card, because we're gonna use dimensionals on everything else. Is that center? Okay, oops. All right, so let's burnish these lines. These are gonna go upward. So like valley. This is gonna go, or this is valley, the other's mountain, and then mountain. And so the key here now, or did I do it wrong? I probably did it wrong. So the key here is you want to line up your score lines. So, or actually you want this just a tad bit, I should say, you want this just, your score line just a tad bit over from this score line. Because if you put it on the score line, so see like so, it's going to be hard to fold. So what I do is, so you see that just that little bit, but what I'm going to do is I have that centered. I'm going to glue one side first, because this is, it's kind of a bulky card. And then for some reason, I don't ever glue mine straight. I end up having it not so straight. Okay, so now that we have that glued, we're gonna glue our little, where did I lose my, I can't find my little onesie that we die cut from here. Look, I have this color one, which I'm not even sure where that came from. Here's our little onesie. Okay, so we're not gluing this side down yet. So with our little onesie, I'm going to use Blackberry Bliss. What did I get on this? You guys know I always get stuff on my card base. That's why I try to close up my ink pads right away. Here's another tip. So for you to get a dark, so for a good way to help you line up is get a dark piece of cardstock, put your piece on, and then you can see better as to where this is going to line up. Does that make sense? So instead of you doing it just, off, it helps. Believe me, it helps. Okay, and we're going to put, I put the little buttons on this one. So these are little buttons in case you didn't know. I remember at first I was like, what is that? And then we're just going to put some little hearts all over. So now just think, you can do this in little boys. You can make a green onesie. You can make a blue onesie. Okay, so now back over here, and we have our score line, which is fine because we need that score line because that's where it's going to go on our fold. Add some glue. I was gonna try to do dimensionals on this, but I wasn't sure if it was gonna be like way too much pop-up, you know, because of the ones on the front too. You would definitely have to add some extra shipping. So we're gonna stamp a big welcome to your sweet girl. And I'm moving sweet girl over. Not too bad for not sticking my, see, look, how did I get something on there? That's me. Okay, so let's keep this out. We're gonna move this aside, and I want you to grab 3 different pieces of designer series paper. Where's the other one? What did I use in the middle? I used this one. Where is it? Hang on, right here. I have my basket of goodies in there. Okay, so we're just going to use Blackberry Bliss again. Stamp, stamp, and then one more over here. I'm going to use, am I in the paper? Yes, that one. And then we're going to add some little goodies to them. We're going to add the buttons to this one. We're going to add the pocket to this one. And then what did I do on this one? I added the pocket as well. And you could actually even add the pocket and the buttons. Let's do that. There. All right, there's our 3 little onesies. So I just want you to choose 3 different patterns. And we can only die cut one at a time. So let's die cut, and then we're going to use the stylish shaped banner for our sentiment. Do I have this lined up okay? No, I'm trying not to stick my head inside the camera. Where's my stylish shaped banner? Here. I was like, did I not pull it out? I did. So there's a piece of basic white, and we're gonna do the stylish shape banner. And these dies have gotten used so much. They're a little bit bent, and I need to bend them back. You know, you guys could always reshape your dies if they get a little wonky. So we're gonna use this. Let's put this. We need this. Aren't these onesies so cute? And you know the die set has hangers, so you can hang them. I will show you in a minute. Hopefully I won't forget to show you. I get sidetracked very easily. But the dies have a hanger, a rattle, which we could have put some extra things on the inside. That one. Get this out of the way. My other stamped one. The onesie is just so darn cute. I remember making a card a long time ago when I first got this set, and I made like a little clothesline, and I had all different onesies hanging on the clothesline. I just stuck a piece of baker's twine across the front of the card. Okay, so I don't get sidetracked. See, look, here's the other little. You got a rattle. You can actually pop up the pocket. Here's some numbers, 1, 2, 3. And then here's the little hanger. So cute. And so on the hanger, I do have some. Look, I made these onesies in all different colors. And here's the little hangers. And see the rattles. But when you cut the onesie, it already cut the slit. See, the slit is cut in there. And you could just hang your onesie. Oh, I hope I don't rip this. Or let's go this way. And you could hang your little onesie. Isn't that adorable? So cute. All right, back to our card. So this, which one goes on? This is going on the inside. Totally different pattern from the one that I had. It's the same paper, but just different pattern. And this is going to bother me. I don't know why my glue on this one. I'm gluing down my original card, my onesie. So we'll glue this one down. Should we put the hanger on this one? Let's put the hanger. I'm not going to put it on the front one, but let's put the hanger just to add another element. Like so. Let's add some glue. This bottle of glue is running out. I'm going to have to open another. And we're just going to add that right like so. I didn't put glue behind the hanger. See if I could get just a little dot without making a mess. Good thing is that this glue dries clear. All right, we still haven't glued that side down because look, see, this is already getting thick because we have our little onesie. So you just want to keep on going over this so this is nice and crisp. So on these onesies, we are going to add dimensionals. I'm going to put that away so I don't spill. I have all these, my end pieces of my dimensionals. We're going to use those. Need to use them up. So sometimes this backing don't come off. But isn't this a super cute card? Easy peasy. And it doesn't have to be a baby card. Use whatever you have. You don't have to. So let me see, how did I put these? I put this one over here first, like so. Then added this one. I kind of tuck this arm under a little. And then we're going to stamp congratulations in Blackberry Bliss. So Blackberry Bliss is the only color that I used on this whole project. You can use whatever you have again. And then let's close this so I don't drop it right on my project. And let's add these dimensionals. And that backing doesn't come off. There. And as I mentioned before, you guys, double reward points up until today. So if you want to shop and get these last chance products, so look, doesn't the hearts look cute too? This thing sold out and I didn't even know it. We're still got to glue. So now that this is all nice and flat, now we can flip this one over and glue. You probably thought I was going to forget to glue the inside because that's usually me. Like I say, I get so sidetracked so easily. I'm glad you guys are enjoying these fun folds too, by the way. I had a lot of comments about you guys enjoying the fun folds. So again, this is going to pop out when they open their card. So you might want to like just burnish those as well so it'll pop out. There's our card, and we're not done because we have to add our purple gems. This, like I said, is a bulky card. And I did want to use like dimensionals on that, but then I just thought it would be too thick. So we're going to use these beautiful purple gems. We're just going to add a few. I think on this card, I'm going to add the light ones. The lighter, or should I use the, let's try these ones. Because these might look a little bit more like the Blackberry Bliss. And just a couple 3, oops, I might have put my, sentiment a little bit lower than I did on this one, but my things are up higher as well. So there's today's card. I didn't add any ribbon or anything, but you could always add a bow. But again, they're a little bit different, the pattern on the, but it'll pop open like so. So there you guys go. I hope you enjoyed this Fun Fold Friday. Be sure and join me every Friday at 12 o'clock. Well, I'm not live, but join me for my pre-recorded video. And I will be traveling. I will be out of town next week, but I still should have a video for you. All right. Thank you for joining me, and be sure and give me some likes, some loves, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and don't forget to miss out on those double rewards. Today's the last day. Take care, everybody. Bye.